It's day 2 of the 2017 PIAA State Championship at the Giant Center here in Hershey, Pennsylvania, as the Constitution Generals, led by their star guard Tamir Green, will look to make it 4 PIAA 2A state championships, Constitution winning one also in 1A years back. And they'll look to go up against one of the toughest programs out of the Pittsburgh area, Sewickley Academy. A lot of good Division I type of talent that's coming out of that program, like Justin Pryor, who's headed to Catholic University, one of the many leading scorers of this Pittsburgh-based bunch. We're looking forward to seeing that matchup. Tip-off again is moments away from now. Can the Constitution Generals keep the District 12 thing going, as last night Newman Goretti winning its 7th PIAA state championship? Is it going to be a perfect weekend for District 12? We'll find out at the top of the hour. Constitution Sewickley Academy is next. It's day 2 of the 2017 PIAA State Basketball Championships from the Hershey Giant Arena here in Hershey, Pennsylvania. Jacob Schwartz for another edition of It's All About Sports Broadcasting Network. Congratulations to Lebanon Catholic. They are the first winner of day 2 of the PIAA State Championship. The 2A champion, or I should say Constitution Generals, their game is in progress against the talented Sewickley Academy in a game that is now currently in overtime. We'll have post-game reaction after this. What a matchup it has certainly been from start to finish that we're looking forward again to seeing. And coming up later on tonight, a team looking to make history. The Archbishop Wood Vikings trying to win both the Catholic League Philadelphia Championship and the PIAA 5A State Championship. They're in action tonight. We look forward again, as mentioned, to seeing them. And don't forget also the local Boyertown women's team will also be in action. They will be at the top of the hour. Right now it's Constitution and Sewickley in the 2A state championship. Rob Moore and the Constitution Generals are trying to go at least 4 here at Hershey, Pennsylvania. For another edition again of It's All About Sports Broadcast Network, I'm Jacob Schwartz here in Hershey, PA. History made here at the Giant Center in Hershey, Pennsylvania. Sewickley Academy has defeated the Constitution Generals in overtime, 68-63, to win the school's first championship, I believe, since 2010. One of the big reasons why this young diaper dandy, as the great Dick Vitale of ESPN would say, Isaiah Warfield. Congratulations, 11 points off the bench for you. You really set that tone. Talk about that tough deficit down 10-2.
We knew that we could play better going into the second quarter, so coach just wanted us to play as hard as we could, and then.
Yeah, well, Win Palmer certainly puts the win in his first name. The guy's won over 600 career games. In fact, I had a nice conversation with a good buddy of his who actually lives in my hometown of Philadelphia. Was one of the big reasons why Flint Hill out of Maryland or Virginia is actually in existence. And the guy has had a great reputation. The school itself has. What does it mean to bring back home this state title?
I know at the beginning of the year we talked about it, that we're one of the best teams out there as long as we worked hard, and it's for the town of Sewickley. So,
yeah, you take down a very tough Constitution team, a team that's led by talented players like Tamir Green and Maurice Waters, who had a big night tonight. What are your thoughts on that team?
They were real good. They played hard, but.
They were trying to win. They were trying to make history with that 4th state title. Yeah. You just rewrote the history books, my friend. What are you going to do now? Probably celebrate, right?
Yeah, celebrate.
Isaiah Warfield, good meeting you. Congratulations, and enjoy this. Isaiah Warfield, the talented freshman, 11 off the bench for him. Again, Sewickley champions for the first time in 8 years, should say in 7 years, by knocking off Constitution 68-63 in overtime. Thanks, man. And we're back here at the Giant Center at Hershey's Arena. And certainly we know 2 young men next to me who will be at least going home victorious with a chocolate bar tonight. Nate Ridgway and Justin Pryor. Welcome to It's All About Sports Broadcast Network. Justin, we'll start to you. You are the It's All About Sports Broadcast Network's player of the game. You set the tone with 21 points, most of which came in the overtime. How are you feeling?
It's an unbelievable feeling. I'm still in shock. I still can't believe we got it done. It's great.
Yes, I can only imagine what this feels like because it down 10-2. I just had a nice chat with Isaiah Warfield. What did your coach say to you? Really just kind of down by this deficit.
I mean, the main thing was we know we can play with these guys. We know we're better than them. We just got to go out and play it. We had a little nerves at the beginning of the game, but then, after we got a good talk, we just came out and played how we played.
Well, you're headed to Catholic University, I understand, next season. you certainly add a piece to your hardware after a 4-year career. You're taking on one of the top teams in the state of Pennsylvania. What was the game plan going into today?
I mean, the main thing was just play our game. You know, play
It
whatever.
really matter about the names.
No, what got us here for a reason. We're just going to keep playing that way.
And you have considered one of the most underrated programs in the state of Pennsylvania. This gentleman next to us certainly shows why. He's the talented sophomore, Nate Ridgway. And I understand that Robert Morris is among schools that have shown strong interest in you. How happy are you about today?
I mean, very happy. We're all very happy. We've been working so hard for this. We've been dreaming about this. I mean, every day, this is in the back of our mind. We want to win a state championship, so we're unbelievably happy.
Your head coach, by the way, who goes by the name of Win Palmer, who I've always enjoyed being around, is responsible for helping to create the powerhouse school of Flint Hill so many years ago, and he's won over 600 career games, if not more, as a high school coach. What does it mean to the town of Sewickley?
It's a blessing to have Coach Palmer as a coach. I mean, he not only teaches us how to be a better basketball team, but better people. He teaches us so much more than basketball.
Yeah, tonight you take the floor against one of the top programs, Maurice Waters and Tomir Green, just to name a few. What was the game plan, I guess, try to contain those two?
We didn't focus too much on that. Just if we play our game, stick to the defense we normally play, and maybe put a little bit more focus and pressure on the scores, like number 0, then we know we're going to be successful.
Isaiah Warfield, 11 points off the bench. How big was he down the stretch?
Big. I mean, everyone played a huge role today.
Yeah, definitely seemed like that. Gentlemen, we appreciate you stopping by. Justin Pryor, Nate Ridgway, thank you so much for joining us again on the It's All About Sports Broadcast Network. Go celebrate with your family. Go celebrate with your friends. And congratulations to the town of Sewickley. Again, Justin Pryor, our It's All About Sports player of the game. Nate Ridgway, we're looking forward to seeing you for at least another 2 years.
All right, thank you.
Gentlemen, thank you again so much for joining us. And congratulations to Sewickley Academy, champions for the first time since 2010. A 68-63 overtime win over District 12's Constitution Generals. I'm Jacob Schwartz again for another edition of It's All About Sports Broadcast Network. We know the first boys game is in the books, and it belongs to the town of Sewickley, Pennsylvania.